Welcome back to another reaction for Release That Witch, episode 5. A little bit sad. We are already halfway through the season, if you can even call it that. There's 8 episodes. Okay, guns. I mean, guns are very effective. No idea where you get gun powder from, though. What happened with the last episode? We got attacked. Is this before?
Huh? 谁啊？
是我，安娜小姐。这么晚了，真不好意思。
I'm guessing before then.
有重要的事情需要找你聊一下。
殿下。
I don't know. I guess we will find out what happened. That's all the opening. Yep, okay. Okay. So, I mean, assumption is this is going to be a witch. Otherwise, if it was an assassin, why not just kill him? You just held a dagger against my throat. I don't know if you mean no harm.
你是什么人？圣山与魔眼。
想不到。
Magic eye? I mean, the mountain doesn't tell me anything, but the magic eye was witch symbol, right? I mean, she's a woman. We have witches. She didn't kill us, so assumption is she's a witch.
罗兰殿下居然还是位博学之士。
你是女巫？
是的，您可以称呼我为夜莺。
Nightingale sounds like an assassin name.
夜莺。你来这里的目的是什么？
首先，我要感谢你，罗兰温布顿殿下。
感谢？为什么？
因为安娜和娜娜瓦。
Yeah. You know about them? So someone was sneaking around and found out about Anna being alive, and we are more or less trying to get Nana a safe environment whenever her power is getting out.
知道安娜和娜娜瓦的事情。
我是听说这里有女巫被捕，所以打算来营救的。让我意外的是，您并没有处死那个叫安娜的姑娘。接下来的1周，我都在观察，也知道了娜娜瓦的事。虽然我不知道您为何对女巫没有恶意，不过我还是要代表共助会感谢你。
The Witch Corporation Association. I feel like that is new. But okay, so I'm assuming you have an ability that lets you be invisible, sneak around, maybe see from further away.
你说，你已经在我的身边潜伏1周了。
哎呀，这样说话好累啊！您不应该请女士坐下吗？
啊，
I mean, sure. You can sit on my bed? Didn't we have... We do have a share, so... I mean, not that he could be any threat to you. I mean, you do have 2 convincing arguments that he's going to be... Hey.
怎么，我长得很可怕吗？
Depends. I mean, you do not look that terrifying, no. You did had me at knife's edge, though. So I don't know if you are trustworthy.
现在可以回答我的问题了吗？
你果然不怕我。我能从人们眼中看到对女巫的恐惧。
You're giving mixed signals here. Are we enemies? Are we friends? Are we more than friends? Do we want to have an alliance?
而你的眼中只有好奇。我在1周前就到了这里，一直都潜伏在您身边。
I hope you didn't see anything that you shouldn't have.
您的所作所为，我都
Not good?
看到了。
那，你现在现身出来是要做什么？
刚才您的侍女长进来，帮您倒了一杯睡前红酒，然后在里面又加了一点料。
你是说 T2？他在我的酒里下了毒？
Again. I mean, I feel like that is not a very smart thing to do. This is how you did it the first time and it didn't work. So trying it a second time, I feel like not a smart move.
看来您的后宫也并不算安。
What do you mean harem? I don't have a harem yet. But I could reconsider.
我可没碰过他。
I don't remember. I believe he remembers the history of Roland. So I'm assuming he's correct. We know the prince did not have a good reputation, but we don't really know what he did. I believe it was said that he is more or less drinking and stuff the whole time, not really doing his job, yeah. But I don't know if there was any mention of him touching anyone. So I'm not sure. Let's take him by his word that he never did. Why are you looking
我
like
可没碰过他。也就是说，你救了我，我向你表示感谢。
没什么。
I mean, it makes sense. You don't seem to be against the witches. She was checking, hey, now that I'm here, is he going to behave differently? He's not. He's not doing anything against Anna or Nana. He also does not seem... I mean, she doesn't know if there's something else going on between him and Anna. So I guess that was why she checked by showing herself as a witch as well. And this way, there's someone with a little bit more power that is not against witches, which seems like a potential ally. Still unsure, but probably potential ally. Out of their viewpoint, I assume.
一命换一命，您救了安娜，我就帮您解决一个内奸。这样，
Do you mean she's gone? Or did you just mean to save her?
我们也就不欠你什么。我要带安娜和娜娜瓦离开这里。
I assume no?
你要带他们走？
是的，
去哪儿？
回共助会，那里才是女巫该去的地方。
为什么？
只有在共助会，女巫才不会被歧视，不会被迫害，也无需伪装自己。
在我这里，他们一样不会遭到迫害。我给了他们平等的契约，给他们高额的薪水。他们在这里很好，你应该看得到。
Yeah, but who knows how long? She is right, because it's not like he convinced everyone around him. He is giving them a safe haven for now. He could at any time turn around and do the same as the rest. The church could just come in and do the same. Someone else could come in and usurp you, or you could just die and then the safe haven is gone. There are many negatives that could happen, so it's probably safer for them to go. I do question though, are witches only female? What are they doing for companionship? Do they have anyone? Do they kidnap
您
people?
是为女巫做了很多，
Do they not care?
但有一件事是您做不到的，您无法带领他们找到圣山。
圣山，
是的，只有在那里，女巫才能获得永恒的安宁。
我的人之前在北面山林里发现过女巫的踪迹。你们是想在绝境山脉中寻找圣山吗？
Okay, she made it sound like she already found the holy mountain. Now it seems like she did not, or they did not, and he is clearly or specifically calling that out. So they don't know where the holy mountain is, but that is where they can find eternal peace. Okay. So we assume it's the holy mountain. Now, question is, where did we get that info? Or they? Is this maybe some rumor passed down? Is it really a mountain? In many of these stories, it could be a placeholder for something specific, not necessarily a mountain. The mountain could stand for something else. Not necessarily, but it could. And then the question is also, what does eternal peace mean? Does it mean dying?
无可奉告。
And the question is also, what are you doing in the meantime? Are you just having a camp somewhere?
如此，我是绝不会答应的。2个月后就是邪魔之月了，群山之中又是冰雪又是邪兽，我不会让安娜和娜娜瓦以身犯险。
Even if you want to take them, he makes a good point. He makes a very good point. It's like, I can't yet. Let's table this discussion for spring. Which, again, very solid.
要不这样好了，圣山什么时候都能找，你们干脆都来边陲镇过冬吧。
I mean, that sounds like a trap. That sounds like an insane trap, but a trap.
等冬天结束了再去找也不迟。
您说，把公主会带到边陲镇来？啊，您真是有趣，那是不可能的。殿下，就算您不怕女巫，可害怕女巫的人太多了。女巫一旦暴露，教会很快就会找上门来。您为什么宁愿冒这么大的风险？
I mean, okay, trying to find out the reason why he is doing that, okay. The biggest problem is, even if he's willing to go against the church and everyone else, as she was saying, not everyone is going to accept that. There are going to be people that are going to be against the witches. For no real reason. They don't know. They only heard they are supposed to be bad. But this is how propaganda spreads. The bigger question is, even if he's willing and the city is willing to go against the church and the rest of the kingdom, how? it seems like the city is not really able to defend itself that well. We don't even know if they can survive the winter against the monsters. Not even talking about a potential backstab by some human army with siege equipment and whatnot. So that is, I feel like, the bigger problem.
也不愿让他们走。
因为他们对我很重要。
既然如此，你一定不希望安娜有生命危险吧？
你说安娜会有生命危险？
是的，这就是我为什么必须带她走。安娜要成年了，成年夜是所有女巫要面临的第一道鬼门关。大多女巫都会在邪魔之月觉醒，也就是相传地狱之门开启的日子。成年是女巫的一道分界线。18岁后仍未觉醒的女子，基本不会再有可能成为女巫，而18岁之前觉醒的，则每年都会在觉醒之日遭受邪魔尸体的痛苦，每根血管和筋腱都胀痛难忍，到最后，皮肤会渗出血液，眼珠会突出眼眶。如果能熬过去，休息4、5天，身体会缓缓恢复。但坚持不下来，都会在这番折磨中死去，而且死状惨不忍睹。血水夹杂着内脏，从身体孔洞中喷。
You know, before she was talking about this, it's like, a witch, powers, sounds decent. Now I feel like you can keep that. You can keep it feels a little bit as a guy. It's like, oh, being a woman, you have like a breast and stuff, and there's some parts that are in life that are different. Every gender has their strengths and weaknesses. And it's like, okay, I can see some positives, some negatives, and then it's like the time of the month, and it's like, you know what? I'm fine as a man. I'm fine. You can deal with that. I'm gonna deal with what I have to deal with. It's fine. You can keep it. And witches feel the same. It's like, oh, you get a power, but once a year and you are in agonizing pain, and you could die, bleed out of every orifice. I'm good. Also, every year at their anniversary of awakening. So are they awakening at their birthday, or do they need to keep track? Additionally, if I remember right, Anna is already a witch for quite some time, so she has gone through this a number of times, right? Didn't we see an image where she was younger and burning something down, which I assume is one of the side effects of this happening, where your power can just run amok. That is similar to Nana. I feel like now she isn't freshly awakened, so she has to deal with this next year. But yeah, this doesn't feel like a good deal.
孔洞中喷出，遇到空气会化作阵阵黑雾，最终，当所有能喷的都喷出后，地上只剩下一层焦黑的表皮。许多女巫都会死在成年这一天。
So I guess the day they come of age is the last day this happens and the most crucial. Okay. Now, how are the witches going to help? How is it more beneficial to be at your side than here?
这便是我们被视作魔鬼化身的证据。安娜她马上就要成年了，在公主会里，我们知道怎么照顾她，活命的几率会大得多，而圣山也会给我们带来永恒的安。
Yeah, but you don't know where the holy mountain is, so that is not part of the discussion. Additionally, it would still... Roland's idea would still hold merit. You come here, you care for her. For, the winter months at least.
因此，我必须带走安娜和娜娜瓦。或许他们对殿下您的宏图大业不可或缺，但是我还是希望你能给他们一个活命的机会。
好吧。
I mean, in the end, it would be their choice. Overall, it is, in the end, their choice. If they want to leave, sure, Roland can try to stop them, but you, Nightingale, can just free them. So it all depends on Anna and Nana if they want to leave or stay. By the way, those names a little bit too close to one another.
既然如此，我同意你带他们走，我带你去找他。
感谢您的理解，我果然没有看错你。
So she can turn invisible. I assume. What happened to the headmaid? Can she turn invisible, or can she turn into fog? I don't know. Sink into the shadows?
谁啊？
是我。
Now we
安娜
have
小姐。
the beginning, okay?
这么晚了，真不好意思，有重要的事情需要找你聊一下。
殿下，你们说的我都明白了，谢谢你，夜莺，谢谢你来救我。
I guess you're back. Hello.
但是，我不走。
你说什么？
我说我要留在这里。
安娜，你还是不了解魔力尸体有多可怕。你的魔力已经趋近成熟，一旦受到邪魔之月的影响，
我不在乎，邪魔尸体杀不死我，我会战胜的。我只想待在殿下身边。
To be fair, I also feel like having Nana, she's going to make this a lot more bearable. I mean, we only have 8 episodes. I would like to know what the logistic is behind the whole turning and witches dying. Is there a reason for that? Is it like mana poisoning that because they don't expel their power? Maybe that is why they have this ordeal. There's something else. Is it a curse? And it seems like, from the sound of it, this is the last day. After that, you don't experience that anymore. So there has to be some specific reason for this. And if there is, you probably have a way to deal with it without having to go through that or potentially die.
好吧，既然如此，我也暂时留下来好了。怎么？您刚才不是还想让共助会都来边陲镇吗？
I guess it's time to start building your new home for witches. Do they live in a special home? Can I just have them in my home?
有经验，等到成年之日，我好歹能帮上点忙。假如你没能挺过去，我也有处理后事的经验。
我一定能挺过去。
Could you maybe tell us how to help? Maybe we can prepare stuff? Do you need water? Do you need some herbs? Fish? I don't know.
接下来这段时间，
You're giving very mixed signals, lady. Not that I'm complaining, but
打扰了。
I feel like feel like if Roland were to approach you, he would be getting stabbed. So I don't know. It's dangerous. You're dangerous. She didn't open the door. What is her power? It doesn't seem invisibility. Maybe it is transforming into fog. Maybe she just turned invisible and waited.
是，殿下。
Who is that? Headmate? Did you kill her or did you just spoil her plan? And we need to deal with her now. I guess it's the first time we see him. I didn't know he had so many people. I mean, it makes sense. He's a prince. He's a noble that leads this whole town. It makes sense that he has a lot of people at his side to deal with all this stuff. But he's not getting dressed, which is interesting. I don't even know how common it was for people to get dressed. Because in anime, it happens quite often that if you are in a higher position, you get dressed. But it seems like it's only for female. But I don't know. I don't know how common that is, if that is even a thing or just fantasy.
殿下。卡德，
Apart from armor. Armor, naturally you get dressed because you can't put on armor
早上
yourself.
好，有什么事吗？
您的侍女长提尔昨晚死了。
啊？怎么回事？
今天早上，卫兵发现她从房间阳台摔了下去，现场没有打斗痕迹，也没有外人进出，所以应该是一场意外。
Okay.
那
Which is solid. Okay. Got rid of the assassin.
好好安葬吧。
是，殿下。
去吧，我吃过早饭就去开例会，你们在办公室等我。
好的，殿下。
So, Nightingale is not going to stay here forever, most likely. You need to have someone you can trust. Now, he's going to be very untrusting because he doesn't know who is the employer of the assassin. We know, but he doesn't. But he needs someone who he can trust. I don't know if the old man is maybe the head guard. Someone that is at his side, he can trust to keep an eye out for new assassins, because he's going to have to hire new people at some point, and that is where a new assassin could slip in, as long as you have not dealt with the person behind the assassin.
早安，殿下。
I mean, as long as Nightingale would be at your side, you are safe. But again, he's not gonna be here forever.
既然要在殿下您这里蹭几天饭，自然要帮殿下解忧嘛。
So you did not kill her before, okay? I mean, essentially, you're paying rent this way, sure.
知道是什么人派他来的吗？
其实我也没下死手。
You didn't. Is that a fake?
他牙齿里藏了毒药，见到我就自杀了，我只好伪造成一场意外。
哦，
看起来 有人绑架他妹妹作为人质，派他来杀我。
Oh. My assumption was that as they were talking about sisters and stuff, that it was like the sisterhood of assassins and they call each other sister. But no, it was a literal sister. And she got blackmailed. I mean, I don't know. Naturally, you need or you want to defend yourself, but it doesn't feel good knowing she had no way out.
应该是我的兄弟姐妹派过来的吧？
贵族间的亲情一向如此。算了，您快去开例会吧，别让人家等急了。
可是我还没。
You mean her breakfast? You can eat an apple, I guess. Yes, I mean, you can't really say anything to her, can you? She still has 2 daggers at her side. But I feel like you could just ask a maid to give you some food and drink on the side.
殿下，您没事吧？是不是这几天有点累了？
啊，没什么，肚子有点饿而已。
饿？殿下，您刚才不是……
我没事。好了，我们开会吧。
好的，殿下。这次和柳叶镇的矿石交易，由于是按市场价5成卖的，我们只赚了200金龙，除去购买食物和城墙施工的花销，还剩下90枚。
After deducting expenses for food and the city wall construction, 90 left. The whole city wall construction? I mean, that sounds good. That sounds really good. I mean, you got all the food because we bought all the food for winter already. Seemingly, you bought everything we needed for the wall as well. And still, we have close to half left. Again, that seems really good. Better than whatever we could have gotten from the castle or fort or whatever.
还剩下90枚，虽仍不宽裕，但过冬应该不难。可是您昨天宣布了召集民兵队，这部分支出就
Right. Right, we do have to pay all of these guys, and they are not cheap. What was it, like 10 or 25 silver? Yeah. How much do you have in your personal
只能从
treasury?
您的个人金库出。
Is this like an all catch, hey, unlimited money as long as the story needs it, or?
Cut。招募民兵队的事情怎么样了？
这应征的人是很多，计划招募的百人队基本上都招满。
100 men. Was it 10 or 25 silver? I mean, if we count, let's say 25. So I'm assuming 4 of these would be 1 gold. So it would be 25 gold. Yes, 25 gold. And that over the winter, I mean, 3-4 months, the 90 gold should be enough. Maybe 10 silvers, 1 gold, I don't remember.
这支部队的训练和指挥
The money should be fine.
都很成问题，我们不可能指望这样一帮工人和农民抵御协少，他们甚至连剑都不会握。
你的意见是？
我们需要骑士。我知道殿下也许不喜欢当地那些贵族们，但是我还是觉得我们应该去争取一下包利斯男爵和骑士们的支持。请殿下允许我去见包利斯男爵，这事关边陲镇的安危。我想，我们是有机会征召他们参与战斗的。
I mean, is that noble here or near the castle? That is what is going to decide. Additionally, it would still mean that the city is relying on someone else, which the whole point is to not have to do that.
我明白了，卡特。你去约一下包利斯男爵，就说我明天上午会去拜访。
是，殿下。谢谢您的理解。
I don't know. I don't know. Doesn't feel like a good idea. Maybe he has a crooks for this winter. What about the firearms, the guns? If you can make those, even a normal farmer should be able to fight off demon beast thingies.
殿下，您认为包利斯男爵会帮助我们吗？
This is nobility. There's no helping. It is all just quid pro quo. He's going to offer his knights, maybe, but he wants something in return.
9成不会的。卡特是一名忠诚的骑士，我同意去，是为了照顾他的情绪。
卡特在正。
I mean, yeah. Sure, you more or less do it because he recommended you do that, and yeah. It's going to build a little bit more rapport with him, with your head knight, or loyal knight, whatever, sure. But it's also going to waste time. And I don't know if we have enough time. We're on a pretty tight schedule right now. I don't even know if you can even play chess. But if you do it while having a somewhat semi-meeting, sure.
天真了，不过在军事上，他说的也是事实。殿下，您的皇后已经被吃掉了，骑士身陷重围，宰相独木难支。仅存的成兵再被吃掉的话，你又凭什么取胜呢？
你过于关注。
Yeah, I mean, you are playing chess. This is a little bit of a problem because in chess, the only goal that matters is getting the king, and everyone falls, which is not necessarily what real life is like. There are many cases where it does work, capturing the head commander or whatever, and everyone falls. But there are also situations where that does not work, and going all in on that seems a little bit foolish.
说那些诱饵了，巴洛夫。真正能帮我取得胜利的，是这些拼尽全身力量、冲到最后的人民。
可是，就算你现在有人民的支持，可他们一无战斗经验，二来手无寸铁呀。
But they can transform if they go far enough. I mean, that seems to be the idea here.
他们一定会得到充分的训练，而且他们也不会手无寸铁的去战斗。
So you give them flintlocks? Arquebuses? I don't know what these are called. Theoretically, sure.
他们也不会手无寸。
If you get gunpowder and stuff, yeah, these guys, I mean, you don't need a lot of training to use these weapons. Especially if you use line formation. Problem is making them is difficult. You see all these little parts in the middle right. These are very hard to do without the equipment. All these little screws and springs and metal pieces. Without them, it doesn't work too well. Probably would be better to have a simpler design that is not as mechanical.
去战斗。好，现在像这样。 看到铁管中间的缝隙了吗？
嗯。
现在尽可能把火焰集中到一点上，越细越好。顺着这条缝隙，慢慢的一路烧过去。
You want precise. Concentrate the flame as much as possible on a single point. The thinner the better. Slowly burn along this gap. Are you welding?
慢慢的一路烧过去。
So you want to make these weapons, and making these weapons all relies on Anna having enough, not training, but enough practice to do this? Because this feels like a lot of high level skill.
再努力收回来一点，让所有的温度都集中到指尖上。集中，再集中一点，就这样，没错。慢慢的。
Yeah, we are welding. Really?
顺着这条缝隙，对，烧过去。再慢一点，稳住，啊，稳住。
Now, granted, she only has to make like 100, but it seems like this took a lot out of her.
你做到了。安娜，
殿下，
你看，安娜，这是我们今天一下午的成果，多亏了你。
殿下，这究竟是什么呀？
It's a rod, as far as I can see.
很快你就会知道了，这东西将会打开新时代的大门。
Will it? I don't even know why you are welding. Wouldn't just, making some kind of imprint on clay or whatever, and then pour iron into it be a better idea? I have no idea. Maybe it is like 2 half moon pieces that you need to weld together because you can't really get a form to withstand the hot iron. Maybe that? Okay. Maybe. But I feel like if the weight is not strong enough, you are losing a lot of power. I don't know. He has a reason. He has a reason. Need to accept that.
晚上好啊，殿下。
你怎么像个跟踪狂一样？
Because she is.
您真的很让人好奇，而且既然我留下来，就要保护您和安娜的安全，万一还有刺客怎么办？
那我还要谢谢你了。
不客气。再说我已经拿到谢礼了。
哦。
您今天让安娜做的就是这个东西吧？
你从我办公室拿走的？
我只是觉得这东西也许有用。共助会里也有会使用火焰的。
Why are you stealing my blueprints?
随便你拿去好了，我可以再画一幅。
Sure, you can draw another one, but I wouldn't want them to have the blueprint. Not for free.
您对安娜确实很好，她也很信任您。我已经记不清信任和被信任的感觉了。
Are we going to find out her backstory? She does seem to know a little bit about nobility. I feel like if she was in like a noble family and she awakens that power, she seems to be used to assassination. Maybe she was used in such a way. Again, it's like, okay, the church is saying you can't, witches are bad, but if I have a witch that is going to be helpful, then I'm going to be, a little bit more not heeding to that advice of the church? I mean, Roland is doing that right now.
鲍里斯男爵的家就在镇子最西边，您保证一
Also, he is living
眼
here,
就能认
okay?
得出来。在边陲镇上，他的房子绝对算得上豪宅了。
What are we doing here? Why are we going to him? I feel like there's a reason behind this. I would have assumed he would come to the prince because the prince is theoretically in a higher standing. This way it feels like the prince is in a lower standing because he's going to him. Maybe that is the point.
据说是请了辉宝的设计师，用了上好的木材和石材建造的，即便是放在辉宝，也绝不逊色。他逢人便吹牛说，他的房子价值150枚金龙。
I mean, it's worth 150, but you can't get that money out of there anymore.
那我倒是要好好见识一下。
What the fuck? It's if you build higher walls, this would be a fucking castle. This is not a house. I mean, I find the gate is pretty useless. It's a massive gate, but the wall is like chest height. You even have a wooden fence. And the moat is not even big enough, you can just jump over. I don't know, the gate seems a waste of money. Maybe he's trying to get a bigger wall later? But still, at the moment, waste of money. Again, oh, this guy. This feels... It feels like he is trying to display himself in a higher position. He's looking down on the prince. He's not even down here, welcoming him.
殿下固守边陲镇的勇气和魄力实在令人佩服。您有难处能想到咱们，是咱们的荣幸。只是不知殿下想要我们做什么？
民兵团现在缺少教官、必要的武器和有经验的战斗人员。我希望卿等可以响应我的号召，领着手下的骑士们共同保卫边陲镇。
原来如此，说起来，殿下能亲自来求我们帮忙，照理说是责无旁贷的。不过嘛，真不巧啊。
So much wasted money on him.
我手下的骑士们刚刚打了一场猎，现在
I mean, that is fine. The winter months are in 1 or 2 months, so you have a little bit time.
很疲惫。再说和邪兽交手的事情凶险得很，我不能派他们去送死啊。殿下召集民兵，想必也是需要军费的吧？所以，为了表达对殿下的支持，我们商议了一下，我们几家共同出一点军费来资助殿下的行动，表示一下我们的心意，请殿下
1枚金龙。
笑呢。
I mean, now everything makes sense. They are slighting him at every opportunity. He has to come to them. He's looking down on him. They are not even offering any money. 1 gold coin is... It's more an insult than not giving any money.
你们
，cut。你们的好意，我接受了。
殿下，
那么今天就打扰到这里了。
腿脚不方便，我们就不送了。
Not even seeing him out. Yeah. Now this is going to show Carter at least that you cannot you cannot really rely on this guy at all. Which is going to be, I mean, this story is about our character, Roland. So he's probably going to succeed in defending, meaning that this guy is going to come crawling later. And then you can treat him like he did treat you. Additionally, or you could theoretically just remove him. There's a lot of money here you could use, a lot of golden items. So that could be useful, but I don't know how easy it is to kill nobleman. And I also don't know the
对
repercussions.
不起，是我让殿下蒙羞了。虽然我知道他们可能不会帮忙，可谁会想他们竟然如此，简直侮辱骑士的忠义之心。
不要在意这些，卡特，我早就料到是这样的结果。至少这一枚金龙也够卡尔先生1个月的工钱了，而且这也让我们明白，要想在这里立足，我们不能依靠贵族。
可是，如果不依靠贵族和骑士们，如何训练那只乌合之众？
我自有办法。
There were your ways, huh? And you have to wait. I worry that we are not even going to get through the winter months in those. We only have 3 episodes left. It is really sad because I really like the show. And we only get 8 episodes. We get like the 3rd season of Vending Machine. But okay, we have the assassin, Nightingale, at our side. We are trying to make guns. We will see how successful we will be. Again, I feel like all those little bits and pieces are going to be difficult to make. And we cannot rely on anyone else. Which, I mean, it was Killy from the beginning. Granted, Roland doesn't have a good reputation. So this is a little bit of a 180. And even if they wanted to help, there's no guarantee that the city could survive the winter months. So it would be essentially throwing the knights away. And knights are expensive. So it does make sense. However, him not helping out is one thing. Him slighting Roland, that's gonna come back and bite him in the ass later. Definitely. Again, I hope we get to at least see the winter months, maybe get through them. Only 3 more episodes though.